Rise and grind, folks. Guys, I am on the way to a heat maintenance, I believe. This is an existing maintenance customer. I believe we put in a furnace, coil, and condenser here a few years ago. Everything is Ducaned up here. Everything is rocking and rolling. And I am almost here now, guys. Let me not get a ticket. I'll see y'all when I get inside. All right, guys. This is our Ducane 80%er, coil and condenser. Everything's put in 2022. And there is some debris that needs to be cleaned. Right now, the system was running, it's pretty hot. I just took my limit switch off to cool it down. But there is no capacitor. This is an ECM blow motor. I believe the only capacitor is outside, which is the dual cap for my compressor and my fan. But I'm gonna give this a few minutes to cool down, and let me get my meter and let's check our igniter and sensor. I'll be right back. All right, guys, we cleaned the burners off a little bit. I'm gonna clean them off a little bit more on the other side, but you see, flame sensor wasn't too bad. We cleaned that off. And my igniter's only at 50 ohms. Now guys, this flame sensor reminds me of the one I replaced last week. This wasn't a Ducane unit, but I think White Rogers, there's a universal flame sensor that you can buy. And the cool thing about the universal flame sensors, with some manufacturers like Ducane, these flame sensors are bent on a 90-degree angle. Some flame sensors are straight, but however, if you get the universal flame sensors, the only thing you do is you take the old flame sensor out and you match it up with the universal, and you can bend the universal and cut it without it disrupting the integrity of the universal flame sensor. So I use those a few times and they can work. Well, that's a great item to keep in your truck. OEM flame sensors are great, but sometimes you don't know what you're going to run across, whether it will be the long flame sensors or the curved sensors. But those universal flame sensors work pretty well. But what I'm going to do is, and the filter's good, the customer said he just replaced this, but there's a bunch of dust in this unit. I'm going to clean the other side of the burners out, and I'll be right back. I got to look at the humidifier as well. I'll be right back. Alright guys, we got our new pad in. Typically every year it's recommended to replace the humidifier pad or the humidifier filter, however you guys want to call it. But I'm going to turn this back 40%. And in regards to the setting, it really depends on the customer. Between 35 and 45 is nominal, but if they want to run it longer, they can. But if they want to run it longer, they just have to make sure it doesn't leak. Because every year, at a minimum, we recommend replacing this, but with excessive wear, meaning if they run this longer than normal, they might have to replace this filter twice a year. So that's the only caveat to a higher than normal setting. But for the most part, with a clean filter, and if it's set high enough, it should work. But alright guys, that's all there is to it. I gotta pack up and head to the next call. Heat maintenance, 80% Ducane unit, brand new humidifier filter. We are good to go. Peace out, I'll see you in the next one.